Hello guys, this video is about Premiere Pro Basics and it's a tutorial for beginners to get started with Adobe Premiere Pro. This video will cover creating a project, timeline, basic overview, importing files in Premiere Pro, basic editing, how to cut or trim videos, adding title, applying transitions, slow motion and fast motion videos, exporting video and export settings. Let's get started. First of all, open your Adobe Premiere Pro. As it is opened, you can see the default layout of the Premiere Pro. There is a pop-up window that asks you to either create a new project or open a previous one. Now we are going to create a project. I'm going to name it Tutorial. Once you have created the project, you'll see the default panels of Adobe Premiere Pro. The first panel allows you to prepare your clips before you add them to the timeline. You import your clips by dragging and dropping them onto this panel, or either by double-clicking on them. You can select a portion of the clip to add into your timeline. The second panel on the right displays the output of the timeline. While editing, you can see the output on this panel. This one is the timeline. This is where all the editing happens. This is where you join the clips, cut the clips, add transition, text and stuff. This one right here is the project panel. This is where you import all your media including videos, audios and photos into the project. Another panel that you're going to use the most is the effects control panel. While the clip is selected, these are the effects that you can edit to change the position, scale and other properties of the clip. Importing files in Premiere Pro. The first thing we do when we create any project is to import media or clips into the project. There are three ways to import clips in Premiere Pro. The first and the easiest way is to drag and drop them on the project panel. The second way to import your clips is by double-click on the project panel and the import window will pop up. Now you can select any clip you want and click OK to add them into the project panel. The third way to add the clips into your timeline is to go to File, Import, and the same import window will open, and now you can again select the video that you want and it will load into the project panel. Basic editing. I'll start with the clip I want to add in the start. Click on the clip and drag it into the source panel. This panel allows you to choose any specific part of the window by pressing I on the keyboard or by selecting Mark In to select the starting point of the video. Now you can choose the ending point or the exiting point of the video by either pressing O on the keyboard or by pressing Mark Out from the source panel. Now our desired clip is selected and we can drag it and drop it onto our timeline. Now what if we want to add the video part only and not the audio part? Well, here are two buttons that you can see with drag video only and drag audio only. If you want to drag the video part only, you can just click on it and drag it onto the timeline. If you want the audio only, you can just click on the drag audio only and drag it onto the timeline. Once you're done adding the clips into your timeline, it's time to edit them. How to cut or trim videos. Now once we have our videos into our timeline, we want to cut some parts from it. Now to cut those, we are going to use the razor tool, which is located right here. Now we can either press C on the keyboard to select the razor tool, or we can either just click here. Now to cut the clip, we can just move our mouse onto the video from where we want to cut it and just click. Now the video is in two parts and we can easily edit them. If you want to quickly cut the video, you can just press Ctrl K, and wherever your header is going to be, the footage under it is going to be trimmed. If you want to cut multiple clips, you can just press Shift C while the razor tool is selected to cut more than one clips on the timeline. Adding title. To add a title in Premiere Pro, you just have to select the text icon located here, or you can just press the T on the keyboard. Now that the type tool is selected, you can just click anywhere in the program window to type your text. Once you're done typing the text, you can edit the text by selecting the text and going into the Effects Control panel. Now here you can go into the text section and just see the various options ranging from the color of the text to the size of the text to the family of the text. You can change these settings according to your likings. Applying transitions. Now what if you have different clips and you want to add some more life to them? Well, you can do this by adding transitions. Transitions are added in the starting of the video to make a cinematic type scene, or in the end of the video so that the closing of the scene looks good. You can add a simple transition by just selecting the start of the video or the end of the video, and by pressing Ctrl D on the keyboard, or just by right clicking and selecting Apply Default Transition. This will apply the default transition that is selected. See, that looks good. Now what if you want to apply other transitions too? Well, you can do this by going into the Effects panel, Video Transitions, Dissolve. Now here you can also change the default transition. By default, mine is dip to black. Well, what if I want dip to white as the default transition? I can just right click on it and select it as default transition. Now what if I want to apply a transition from these ones? Well, I can just select it and drag it and drop it onto the front of the clip or the end of the clip. Well, you can mess with these and see what suits you, but I won't recommend much transitions because the jump cuts look good. Slow motion and fast motion videos. Now sometimes you want to create a slow motion or a fast motion video. There are two ways to do this. The first is to right click on your video, go to speed and duration, and select the speed that you want. The lower the number, the slower the video. Any number greater than 100 is going to make the video fast. Another way of doing this is by using the rate stretch tool or by pressing R on the keyboard. Now if you stretch the video further, it's going to make the video slower. And if you stretch the video tighter, it's going to make the video faster. If the audio of the video gets disturbed during the fast motion or the slow motion, what you can do is, while changing the speed, check this option so that it maintains the audio pitch. Exporting video and export settings. Now once you're done editing your video and adding the required transitions and titles into your video, now it's time to do the final step, and that is to export your video and publish it online so that you can share it with your friends and family. To do this, we're going to go into File, Export, Media. This is going to pop up a panel with various settings. On the top, we have got the format of the video. We can change it from the list provided. We can also change the destination folder and the name of the output file by clicking here. If we only want to export the audio or the video, we can just uncheck the other box. Here is a summary containing the dimension of the video, the frame, the type of encoding, and the other audio and VBR stuff. Well, under here you can see the advanced settings containing effects, video, audio, multiplexer, caption, and publish. Well, these are advanced settings and I won't recommend to fiddle with them. Under here you can see other options, and you should have this maximum render quality so that you can get good quality exported video. Now the final thing we have to do is to press the export button so that we can export our video.